like, you know how much I love this show. I literally peer pressured one of my best friends into watching episode 1 as well to see if he will love it. And come on now, his interview with the vampire. His name is Fostaco. I talked his ear off about this show without spoilers. He has a reaction channel on YouTube and he reacted to it. You can go check his out. He even called me during his outro for the first video. He was recording it and we just gushed about the first episode for like 10 minutes. So if you like my content, you're definitely gonna love his content. He's very methodical and very fun and very nuanced with his takes on the characters as well. And he freaking loves villains. He loves Lestat very much so, while still understanding the characters very well. So go show him some love. Let's get to this episode. When I tell y'all I've been dreaming about this show, I am not playing. After those first 2 episodes, I literally wish I can binge the whole series, but I can't just because I record, edit, and I'm also watching other shows. But I'm happy to be back with episode 3. This show is so intoxicating. The characters, Louis, Lestat, all of them, prime acting. I've been loving it, and from posting it on Patreon and hopefully YouTube soon, everybody's been vibing with it. So let's jump into episode 3. Please remember, keep that support up. Keep commenting, keep liking, keep subscribing. It really helps YouTube promote these videos. I want to be able to post all of them on YouTube and garner a community. So please do that for me as I bring to you these reactions. Let that be our trade-off. Appreciate it, guys. Let's get it.
I did not take to killing.
Cause he a good man.
I have powers now. It's a rage to process.
Somebody tall ladder you're climbing.
I'm never gonna have a family of my own, am I?
What you are a killer, Louis.
Demon, freaking demon. Is he gonna embrace it? I'm a little worried. Because he's never experienced something like that before. But I trust Louis.
There's a column in here about the history of this lovely square. It says that the man who designed it did so after the Place des Vosges. Used to be called the Place d'Armes. I prefer that, don't you?
Say anything about how they used to take runaway slaves, cut their heads off, and pike them on the eye?
I'm only halfway through, let's see.
Of course not.
We're put on Earth for a larger purpose.
I put you on this earth. Your purpose is to enjoy yourself.
That can't be all there is. We can eat animals and be okay.
Okay, what you desire?
I desire blood as much as you do. Should we be more selective?
Only eat redheads, the humorist.
You lose our powers. Read their minds. The ones you admire. Thoughtful man who designed this part. Shouldn't we spare them?
Capable of abomination, even the ones worthy of admiration.
Interesting.
We came from them.
You refer to them as they to get on my better side.
Right. I was worried. I'm like, is Louis starting to pick up Lestat's freaking philosophies and how he refers to humans as they and sees himself as different? I was a little worried there. Good save.
Just gotta hold it in.
He's worried he'll urinate all over himself.
He's just a drunk.
Stealing from his mother for a new suit.
You gonna take this serious or not?
Wait. Oh yes, it's the angel of starvation passing over.
Angel of starvation.
Everybody's so stupid.
Breaks into tenements and robs them of their meager.
And does that meet your satisfaction?
Damn.
If you don't mind the shaking, I've snapped his spine. It's...
Jesus.
Well, go on. Use your criminal biscuit. See how it tastes.
Is it gonna taste different?
If your reason or his heart fails us.
Wow. I have a black cat. I do like the clashing of their philosophies so far. It seems like Lestat has like thought about this maybe in the past, because every point Louis brings up, he has like a counter for it.
You're angry.
Oh, he is.
Pondering what?
Your night had nothing to do with ridding the world of finding some morality to buoy your existence. You're ashamed of what we are.
Maybe I'm just pondering what I am.
For the infinitesimal time. You're a vampire.
Is the word in my place of business?
A cover. An illusion to throw off the scent of the dog.
I don't want to kill people anymore.
A fish that doesn't swim. A bird refusing flight. You're going to struggle.
He will.
I fear for the feline population of New Orleans. Your pianist has lost his passion.
What?
The same melody, the very same way for 2 weeks now.
Uh-oh.
Fortune on top of that tip jar to perform. My skills are irrelevant.
Didn't come here to hear you jabber, mister.
Come here to hear you play either.
This ain't your kind of music.
I can pretend the fool.
Oof, Lestat.
Be my guest.
For our boys being shipped off to Europe, know your enemy.
What's wrong with that man for real?
Oh, didn't that get your dick wet, gents?
Little walking patterns, isn't it?
Only something you overheard in an alleyway.
Wow.
What would later become the Wolverine Blues.
You're saying Lestat wrote the Wolverine Blues?
So much of that year was a blur, and you can imagine.
This.
That was him?
That's it.
Details, Louis, rather the total rewrite.
I was his complete superior, and Lestat was my coal fire.
Contrast.
A man made of dried twigs.
Dubai.
The version we speak of now is the more nuanced.
Or the more rehearsed.
Yeah, it sounds very different.
I do not consider myself abused.
The abused still loves the abuser.
Touche.
Completely on its head.
I'm not a victim.
Like he was your soulmate. Gothic romance.
Could that be because of shame or his pride? Because everything Daniel, is it Daniel or David? Something he spoke about is like you not fully realizing it's abuse while you're still in it is very true in some cases. But yeah, him playing the two tapes back and forth, it's almost a complete different story, you know? So I don't know if his Louis' shame that is making him not admit.
My editor reminds me car seats are mandatory. My ex-wife reminds me I never owned a Buick. Odyssey of recollection.
Touche.
The tapes are an admitted performance. This is the premise of our interview. Allow me my Odyssey.
Good points being made on both sides. Recycling bin. Oh, I didn't know he had that.
You were the prince of your district.
Rigged to burn. Daniel.
Talk like you play, Mr. Lee.
He and Miss Brown dazzled the waiting Johns.
So the last one to leave never left.
He would do his killing away from me now. Out of respect, he said, for the choice I had made.
Interesting.
Brown and back.
Oh.
Repeated itself every night while I tried to adapt to my new diet.
Poor rat.
My libido was not what it had been. I let it happen.
Got a better chance making the Mississippi run north.
Yeah, I heard that about you too.
From where?
Well, people at the Azalea, they say you're confusing me.
I don't buy it.
Oh, he will.
What do the employees at the Azalea say?
Are there two beds upstairs or one?
No one goes upstairs, Miss Brown.
What do you imagine confines us to a single note?
Oh.
See, I'm the same. I like soft hands. I like burnished.
Jesus Christ.
I like men called daddy.
Oh, your blouse is soaked in shine.
I'm hungry. Think I'm gonna get something to eat. Enjoy yourselves. It's the purpose of living.
He gets that way when he's...
You know, sometimes I feel like Lestat cares a little bit, but sometimes I'm like, is he just giving Louis some goodwill in order to like keep him like controlled? Because Louis did mention earlier that he doesn't kill in front of me these days in respect for my choice. And it makes me wonder, it's like, is that him showing some genuine kindness, or is that still part of the control? Because you got to make them believe a little bit, right? Guess we'll find out.
Burn quick.
See for yourself.
He killed her, didn't he?
A dentist from Tallahassee. There's a dentistry convention in town.
Bicuspids around every corner.
So you didn't kill her.
She has talents.
Are not enough.
Wow, you laugh at him?
You have some squirrel on you.
Don't.
100,000. What we're doing is hard. The dullness of the everlasting road we walk. Pleasures of the kill. Pleasures of the good book by the fire for you.
I can smell her on you.
From time to time, I like a little variety.
That's crazy.
I said it. We're communicating so much better now, no?
So I whoever I want.
Of course.
I mean, Isn't that a conversation you have first before you do the doing? Isn't that how it works? Why'd you have to make my boy hurt first? And he asked him, am I not enough? That laugh was so fucking evil, but so playful at the same time. It's like, oh, you thought, you know? I don't know, man. Scene by scene, my thoughts on Lestat. Please forgive me if I'm butchering his name. Lestat. My thoughts on him keeps like, it's like hills and valleys. But overall, I know what he is. I can't help but just feel like there's a big narcissist in there. Like there's a big manipulator in there. Yes, that is capable of some love. One of you told me in the comments that, you know, these vampires, they're alive for like, he just said 10,000 years, 100,000 years, that they are often lonely because they need companion and whatnot, and that was a fair point. But there's just something about dude, man. Big red flags.
As long as you come home to me. Of course.
This to my girls. Made them all owners. Rich saying 4118 was
deprived us the use of our property without denying us equal protection under the Constitution.
Yep.
You diddled the man's money. Capitalism, Mr. Fenwick. No security guard in the doors. That's a woman countess coin.
Ooh, leave your wife. I'll make you a happy man, Mr.
saying I'm the only security this place needs.
We're writing another order. Council's not your problem, Louis. War he's backed us all into.
Builders brought the city. Just ask Mr. Anderson.
It's club ownership, but it's supplying the military camps with prophylactics.
Well, I tell you, the neighbor doesn't see it that way. He's got
I got pristine walking my floor.
Pristine is wild.
either win the war or stalling for time, chasing race.
Feel a little beside the point. Feel like a boot on my neck.
Of course, like he said, if he got the free range as others, of course he would be on top. I mean, I always love the historical aspects that are realistic in this show. They gotta find a way to take you back to the starting line when you're already leading the race or you have such a good chance of winning the race. It's so fucked up.
Maybe he's still sideways because I turned down his 15%.
Just win on occasion, days of deference.
What is it?
What I say, Mr. Anderson? The war's coming knocking.
Holy Lord.
Oh, he knows him?
How long has it been?
Told Grace he wouldn't remember me. You could have noticed someone's playing.
Getting the yacht ready for a birthday party. Kids running around tugging at her dress. Say, you a big shot businessman now.
Away from his family.
What about Paul?
Yeah.
Paul.
Where you been, Jonah?
Philadelphia Post and a gunpowder mill in Delaware. He blew off 3 fingers. I saw enough.
He was out.
Through the ranks. Look like you already rose up.
Done all right.
Done all right. You want all this? Sign me up for done all
That was way more than all right. Look at him just watching.
You ever think about those old days? How long you here for?
The boat over the ocean. 1,000 other fellas were in this same costume.
You think this is nice? Wait till you see my pretty Audemars.
Did they have something when they were younger or nah? I'm worried for his safety because the way Lestat was looking at them, I don't trust that bit.
Nothing much change here, I see. Gonna ruin those sharp shoes in this mud. He's a living Louis.
Nothing easy about my life, I tell you.
For real.
You've been blessed. Ain't aged a day since I seen you last.
That's the moonlight line, is all. You worried about going over there?
Some nights.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my squad's all colored, so we mostly gonna be in the rear.
Better than getting shot at for a country mix, use the side of the trench.
For real.
Hearing something about something they call, they care less what you look like.
Yeah, I got someone.
No ring on your finger?
Not a woman.
Yeah, they used to have something.
It's not perfect, but we kind of have this.
One of those you can drive out to the bayou?
Yep.
Good fit. It's uniform.
Well, it's the moonlight.
Again, I am worried for him because Lestat might be looking. I just realized that he can't grow old. He can't have his own family because they will notice him being young. Oh, yeah, boy. Is he gonna kill that man? Jesus Christ. Do all the intimate scenes always lead to some of the wildest shit you never imagine? Vampires, y'all are freaks. Or is it because his blood pressure was rising or something? He had to feed on something. His own. Because episode 1, they were doing it and they started floating. You know what I'm saying? Agreement.
How was your night?
Fine.
Fine.
Relationship drama.
Grace told him where to find me.
An old love.
We had a few early fumbles. He was 16. We both knew even then we were a little different.
These affairs always flame out.
I was gonna go see Grace and the kids. How about after?
Fine. Lock us in, would you?
Whose are those?
The mud on his boots could have come from anywhere. Yeah, I got someone.
He was there, huh?
Not a woman.
I don't remember now. It could have been dry in the bayou and wet in the quarter.
The Odyssey of Recollection.
Mm-hmm. Vague.
Here comes the girls! The devil walks at night.
Coming off a little hot now. Louis.
Came here
They're
to see
afraid of
Grace.
you!
Louis. What the hell?
Go to your room. What did I tell y'all? There he is.
Grace.
No coming back from that.
Grace.
Get out!
No coming back from that one. And I feel so sad for him because he didn't want any of this. He loved his family.
Curiosity and intelligence of these murderous slubs one is I brought them back after they cut the electricity at the Azalea.
Closure notice.
Type, I thought you'd be pleased.
Let's start.
Hello, in mass. That's some trippy shit right there. Oh, that drained him.
I'm not perfect.
I knew you were there.
It's different. I don't have feelings for her.
I heard your heart dancing like some creep.
He is a creep.
Train a dog and run down an alleyway for 2 more rats. That's because you took my life.
Yes.
I lost everything.
His family, everything.
I lost my family. It was the last thing I care about.
Tell him, because this whole time it's like Lestat feels like he did him some favor. Nah, bitch, like you robbed this man of his agency, of his life. God, I love that outburst. Yes, tell him twice. Cause yeah, you didn't do him some great favor making him a vampire. That was extremely selfish. And yes, that's what it comes down to, selfish. Cause yeah, even though he's gonna live forever and be lonely and stuff like that, which that on its own, you can sympathize with that, cause like you don't know if that's how Lestat was changed as well, against his will and stuff like that. And obviously trauma precedes trauma sometimes, but I'm feeling bad for him. But it's like you took away Louis' life, and yeah, it gave him some benefits, but at what cost? All that power.
This state I was in, I was what? You put up a sign like that, and the hubris on display, left my thirst grew hotter.
Mm-hmm.
I could not say.
What broken windows?
The bullshit, man. I'm sorry, he gotta go.
Cats.
Mm-hmm.
Supports the actions of the city.
Vampire and see what comes.
Absolutely. And hey man, I know I alluded to this in episode 1 or episode 2. Hey man, if you want to get in and live with the fantasy of what it would be like to give a man who's part of a minority, who's part of an oppressed minority, this amount of power to get some to get some justice for the most inhumane and the most appalling behaviors that were done upon him and his community, that gonna go off. He's gonna go off. I was just watching the movie Hidden Figures lately, and I won't spoil too much, but the movie was about the mathematicians, the black women in NASA that helped like America make it to the moon with their calculations and everything, and how like obviously they were segregated and they were not offered the same rights as their counterparts. There's always just this empowering feeling of just seeing people who are oppressed and people who are thought as nothing just freaking intellectually run circles around their oppressors. Makes you think like maybe they subjugate you and oppress you because they knew they couldn't handle you, or they knew they couldn't handle your fire, they couldn't handle your light, and it made them see how some of them were like insufficient or insignificant, you know? I'm going into another conversation, but it's painful to see sometimes, man, and over to be stepped on, like freaking stepped on your neck every way, manner, shape possible. Like the freaking cop broke the glass right in front of him and said, for those broken windows. Boy. Okay, tangent over. Let's see how this freaking idiot dies.
It's your race. Think that if you must. Storyville is the sinking ship. You are the first to drown.
Naturally.
Has been. You're arrogant. You haven't accepted your place in this world.
Oh, you about to die. Quick.
With this seemingly endless supply of capital, flying too close to the sun.
I have never looked forward to a character eating shit in a long time. Oh man, beware, I am going to be satisfied at this. Think of me what you will.
That's what I am, Louis. The sun.
The sun.
Why's your heart beating so fast?
Legal under the City of New Orleans Charter. And again,
You're thinking about your wife, that they're away, and you went unfortunate. I'll let you reload.
I'll let you reload is crazy.
I am arrogant. What are you?
I'm a vampire.
As satisfying as that was to watch, obviously I still care about Louis and how he's slowly becoming more like Lestat. Lestat? Please don't get mad at me butchering the name. It's French, I'm sorry. As satisfying as that was, obviously, let's call it thin a thin. I'm hurt and sorry that our boy is going down that path. Yeah, some of it is his fault, but the circumstances kind of bent his arm to become that and getting some get back. But yeah, homie deserved to go, man. He did. I'm sorry.
Save that life for yourself. Did you not smile when he begged?
Maybe you saw it coming and didn't stop me.
You did what you did because it gave you pleasure. Companion of the dark gift.
And that's what you want.
We should make this our anniversary.
That out there, that's on me.
As I said, toss them into circumstance, they go.
That's why you're always gonna be alone.
And that's what he doesn't want.
On a small bird, and now ask.
Can I help you? Please let me help. Don't help.
I mean, regardless of him doing this or not, Lestat made a good point. Like, this was just an excuse for them to do this. Because I mean, if history has taught us anything about this situation, is like the more black people gained independence and capital, the more they freaking burned down our cities and our establishments. It's everywhere around history, Tulsa, everywhere. Go argue with your mama. So I wouldn't blame yourself much, Louis, because like, regardless of you killing that man or not, they were gonna find a way to cripple you when they find out that they can't do it legally. They're gonna find some way, be it a city riot or lying that someone looked at a white woman wrong or whistled at a white woman wrong or did this, that, and the third.
One of those inconceivable moments, and who you'll be forever after. Now a fire trap.
I'm gonna go save them.
Save the Azalea, Storyville, the aunt on the wrong side of the world. My Claudia.
Redemption? Is Claudia gonna be a new character? he did say my redemption, my Claudia. So he gave her a name. So I have a feeling she'll be important in the upcoming episodes. This episode was nice. This episode touched on inaccurate memory can be, or maybe how the outlook of view of a certain topic can change over time and with experience. And obviously we saw all the struggles Louis went through. I think just like him, I did find some satisfaction in him finally fighting against the injustice, but it was a two-edged sword. Yes, he got some justice, but that also drowned him deeper into his his darkness, like being a vampire. And of course the Lestat, wanting to commemorate that day as their anniversary because Louis made him proud, because he dove deeper into his darker side. I am glad that the other boy that Louis used to have something with, met up in the woods. I am glad that Lestat didn't take him out or something. He lived, because Louis did say he met him a decade after that. Lestat is an intriguing character. He's one of those characters that I'm sure some of the fan base absolutely despise him. Another part of the fan base absolutely love him. And they're probably most people in between. Like, he's so charismatic. The actor kills the role. But we all know what he is, if we want to call a buck. But that ending was quite intriguing. I'm gonna hop on the next episode like ASAP. I want to see who Claudia is and if he saved her, because he did mention like she was my redemption. I know we went to some dark places in this episode, and I talked about some dark shit that I got pleasure from watching, while also being as realistic or as sensible as possible. But this was a good one. I would love to hear your thoughts. And one of you also told me to watch the making of the episodes right after the episode. So I'm gonna binge that for the first 3 seasons. I always love that. I'm just finished watching season 2 of House of the Dragons, and watching the making of the episode is usually my favorite shit about it. Seeing how everything comes together with the story and all that. Thanks for watching. I will see you in episode 4.